The Siberian Husky is a breed that captivates dog lovers worldwide with its striking appearance, high energy levels, and friendly, affectionate temperament. Known for its wolf-like features, thick double coat, and piercing blue or multicolored eyes, the Husky is an intelligent, hardworking, and independent breed. Despite these positive qualities, Huskies can present significant behavioral challenges, particularly when it comes to their emotional needs. One of the most common issues that Husky owners face is separation anxiety. This condition can cause significant distress for the dog and result in a range of destructive behaviors that can be difficult for owners to manage. Understanding why Huskies experience separation anxiety, the signs and symptoms of this condition, and how to address it is essential for ensuring the well-being of both the dog and its owner. Separation anxiety is a psychological condition that affects many dogs, particularly those that form strong attachments to their owners. It occurs when a dog becomes overly anxious or distressed when left alone or separated from its primary caregiver. For Huskies, who are known for their loyal, affectionate nature and strong bonds with their owners, the experience of being left alone can be overwhelming. Huskies are social dogs that thrive on companionship and attention, and they are often happiest when they are with their family. This breed was originally bred as sled dogs, working in packs, and their history of teamwork and close social bonds has contributed to their strong need for human interaction and companionship. The emotional toll of leaving a Husky alone can be profound. Huskies, like many dogs, are highly social creatures that thrive on interaction and engagement. They are not suited for long periods of solitude, as their instinctual desire to be part of a family or pack leads them to feel anxious when separated. The deep attachment they form with their owners means that when they are left alone, they often experience feelings of fear, stress, and loneliness. This emotional turmoil can lead to a range of undesirable behaviors, including excessive barking, whining, destructive chewing, digging, and attempts to escape. These behaviors are all signs that the dog is struggling to cope with its separation from its owner and is attempting to relieve the stress and anxiety it is experiencing. Separation anxiety in Huskies is often more pronounced than in other breeds due to their high levels of attachment and dependency on human interaction. Huskies are known for being affectionate and loving, often seeking attention and companionship from their owners. This attachment can create a situation where the Husky's emotional well-being is closely tied to the presence of its owner. When the owner leaves, the Husky can feel abandoned and may exhibit signs of extreme distress. While some dogs may show a mild response to being left alone, Huskies tend to take separation much harder, and their reaction can be more intense and prolonged. The bond that a Husky forms with its owner is so strong that even brief separations can lead to noticeable anxiety, and in severe cases, the dog may experience a state of panic. The signs of separation anxiety in Huskies can vary depending on the individual dog and the severity of the condition. Some of the most common signs include excessive vocalization, such as barking, howling, or whining, when the owner leaves the house. Huskies are known for their vocal nature, and in the case of separation anxiety, this vocalization may be continuous or increasingly frantic. The dog may also display destructive behavior, such as chewing on furniture, shoes, or other household items, as an attempt to relieve its stress. Digging is another common behavior associated with separation anxiety, as the Husky may attempt to escape from its confinement or dig at doors or windows in an effort to reach its owner. These behaviors are often accompanied by signs of agitation, such as pacing, drooling, or excessive panting, as the dog's anxiety escalates. In more severe cases, Huskies with separation anxiety may try to break through barriers, such as gates or fences, to escape the area in search of their owner. This can lead to dangerous situations where the dog is exposed to injury or even gets lost. Huskies' tendency to engage in destructive behavior when left alone is often a direct result of their high energy levels and lack of outlets for that energy. When a Husky is not provided with sufficient exercise and mental stimulation, the stress caused by separation anxiety can intensify. Huskies require a significant amount of physical and mental stimulation to maintain their well-being. Without adequate exercise or mental challenges, the Husky becomes restless, and its frustration can manifest in destructive behavior. This is particularly problematic in households where the dog is left alone for long hours, as the lack of stimulation can worsen the emotional toll of the separation. The emotional toll that separation anxiety takes on a Husky can also affect its overall health. Chronic anxiety can lead to a variety of physical health issues, including gastrointestinal problems, a weakened immune system, and changes in appetite or sleeping patterns. The stress caused by separation anxiety can interfere with the dog's ability to relax, which in turn can impact its energy levels, mood, and overall physical condition. The heightened stress response can also contribute to a decline in the dog's mental health, potentially leading to increased anxiety over time. This can create a vicious cycle, where the Husky's separation anxiety leads to destructive behavior, which then leads to increased stress and worsened anxiety. One of the challenges of managing separation anxiety in Huskies is that this condition is often misunderstood as simple disobedience or bad behavior. Many people may think that the dog's barking, chewing, or attempts to escape are just signs of a dog being naughty or difficult. However, these behaviors are actually signs of distress and anxiety. For this reason, addressing separation anxiety requires a shift in perspective, as it is essential to recognize that the Husky is not intentionally misbehaving, but is instead acting out of fear or confusion. Punishing a dog for these behaviors can worsen the anxiety and make it harder for the dog to learn how to cope with being left alone. Instead, owners need to adopt positive reinforcement techniques and behavioral modification strategies to help their Husky manage its anxiety in a healthier way. The first step in addressing separation anxiety in a Husky is to ensure that the dog is getting adequate physical and mental stimulation. A tired dog is generally less anxious, so providing the Husky with sufficient exercise before leaving can help reduce the intensity of the anxiety. Huskies need at least 1 to 2 hours of vigorous physical exercise each day, and this should include activities that allow the dog to run, play, and burn off energy. In addition to physical exercise, mental stimulation is equally important. Huskies are intelligent dogs that need to be mentally engaged in order to prevent boredom and anxiety. Puzzle toys, scent work, and obedience training can provide the mental stimulation that a Husky needs to remain calm and focused, even when left alone. Crate training is another important tool for managing separation anxiety in Huskies. A crate provides a safe and secure space for the dog to feel comfortable when left alone, and it can help reduce anxiety by giving the dog a sense of structure and routine. However, it is important to introduce the crate gradually and positively, as forcing the dog into the crate or using it as a form of punishment can increase anxiety. The crate should be used as a place of comfort, where the Husky associates the space with positive experiences, such as treats, toys, or meals. Slowly increasing the duration of time the Husky spends in the crate, while providing distractions like toys or treats, can help the dog adjust to being alone in a controlled manner. Desensitization and counter-conditioning techniques can also be effective in addressing separation anxiety. Desensitization involves gradually getting the dog accustomed to being left alone by starting with short separations and gradually increasing the time. During this process, the dog should be provided with positive experiences, such as treats or toys, while being left alone. This helps the dog associate being alone with positive outcomes rather than fear or distress. Counter-conditioning works by changing the dog's emotional response to being left alone. For example, if the Husky becomes anxious when the owner prepares to leave, counter-conditioning can be used to teach the dog to associate these cues with something positive, such as a special treat or toy that is given only when the owner leaves. Medication may also be an option for managing severe separation anxiety in Huskies. In some cases, particularly when behavioral modification techniques are not enough, a veterinarian may recommend medication to help alleviate the dog's anxiety. Anti-anxiety medications, such as selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, SSRIs, or benzodiazepines, may be prescribed to help reduce the intensity of the dog's fear and stress. However, medication should always be used in conjunction with behavior modification techniques and not as a sole solution. Medications can provide short-term relief, but they do not address the root cause of the anxiety, which is why behavioral interventions are essential for long-term success. Preventive measures can also be taken to help reduce the likelihood of separation anxiety developing in the first place. Early socialization is critical for all dogs, but it is especially important for Huskies, as they tend to form strong bonds with their owners. Gradually increasing the time the dog spends alone, starting from a young age, can help the dog become accustomed to being independent and reduce the risk of separation anxiety later in life. Ensuring that the Husky has positive experiences during short periods of separation can help foster confidence and security in the dog. In conclusion, Huskies are an incredibly loyal and affectionate breed, but their strong attachment to their owners can lead to separation anxiety when left alone for extended periods. Separation anxiety can cause significant distress for the dog, leading to destructive behaviors, health problems, and a weakened bond with the owner. However, with proper training, exercise, and behavioral modification techniques, it is possible to help a husky manage its anxiety and feel more comfortable when left alone. Providing regular exercise, mental stimulation, and a structured routine can help alleviate the emotional toll of separation anxiety, and with consistent effort and patience, owners can help their huskies lead happy, well-adjusted lives. Recognizing the signs of separation anxiety and taking proactive steps to address the condition is crucial for ensuring that both the husky and the owner have a fulfilling and stress-free relationship.